Hello people, and welcome back to episode 5 of our Gor Rok campaign on Warhammer 2. We are here at the end of the turn that we ended on the last episode, and Tarsik has a level up point here. So I think we're going to bring him in. It would be nice to get him lightning strike too, but I do want to make him a little bit beefier. But I think we are going to go for lightning strike. So we'll go for the untainted. That's going to be helpful with the Ikit Claw still hanging around our province here, unfortunately. Let's end the turn and see what happens. Here's the Court of Sotek. I'm hoping this guy is gonna... Looks like he's going to war against... Is that the Blessed Dread? Mark of the Under One is under siege there. Ikit Claw is raiding. It's good that he isn't actually replenishing at the moment. He's getting no soldiers or units back. Slackland want us to join the war against the Blue Vipers. We have enough problems with the Skaven right now. That is not top of our agenda. Okay, so we have the rebellion here. Mark of the Other One's besieged. Itza is being raided. And these guys are raiding here as well. Hopefully this place can wait out for a turn. It's going to bolster our garrison quite a bit, and it should allow us just to wipe away these Skaven here. We don't have the money to recruit another lord in to deal with them straight away. Okay, so Gor Rok is hanging out over here right now. Scars has clan rats. And probably some Skaven slaves as well in there. I do want Gor Rok to deal with Ikit Claw. But right now I think preserving this province is going to be the smartest idea. Let's get him on the road. March down. The garrison at the Mark of the Old Ones probably could deal with that, but we'll have to see. And then we're going to get Tarsik on the march. And hopefully get rid of Ikit Claw once and for all. We want revenge on this guy after he nuked the garrison at Itza. Oh, and they've come back in again. I can't believe this. Skaven are a massive problem at the minute. We're not going to win that. We don't have the numbers in the garrison. So that's a quick auto-resolve, and they're going to raise the settlement too. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. They have just sacked it. That's not too bad. It's going to cost us some money there to regain some of those buildings. We can make it to Ikit Claw here, I think. Oh, he's just out of range. Yeah, we need to repair them. Actually, no, let's not repair them right now. Because otherwise these guys are just going to keep raiding. Then I'm going to bring Ikit Claw down here. And again, he has seemed to have left this part of town alone. There's another Clan Skyer faction here. They have 3 armies right now. What is their strength compared to us? They are significantly weaker by about 3/4. I'm going to bring Gor Rok back over here. Yeah, we know we have the damaged building. Speed through another turn. so they're attacking the settlement again. I'm assuming they're going to either raise or sack this time. Okay, yeah, now we have the ambush. Ikit Claw. Okay, with a little autosave here. And weapon damage. So yours, melee attack 34, 28, and 49. I'm going to give this to the red crested skink. And let's see what we have to deal with here. So Tarsik is ambushed by this Skaven, unfortunately, and the odds are against us. You can see the Skaven aren't the best at ambushing. They start really far back in the woodland, and we are going to take some damage in this battle from those rattling gunners. And we'll have to see if Tarsik can prevail. We get hit by this little doom sphere orb from Ikit Claw. Menace from beneath there as well. See, we are just, the woods are riddled with Skaven as they push through. And I decide here just to pull our Saurus line back a little bit. These guys are already covered in blood. And the Doomflayers come in and get some really good kills. The Doomflayers had a good fight over here in the forest. The Skaven forces come flying in to meet our Saurus lines. We've got some skinks and the red crested are trying to get a bit of a flank on. Trying to get these skink cohort to get their javelins into the side of the enemy. See, they are already taking crazy losses. They've lost more than half their unit before they even have a kill. And unfortunately, the skink cohort gets hit by a menace from beneath. These guys are wiped away pretty quickly. As the red-crested skinks get in action against some clan rats. Not too sure what to make of the red-crested. I mean, they're okay, but they're nothing spectacular. We've got some nice animations. We do get some good damage on the clan rats. Meanwhile, the main line over here continues to get wrecked by javelins as Tarsik gets in some nice kills here. Playing golf with the Skaven, knocking them all around. Unfortunately, Ikit Claw manages to drop in another pretty painful doom over here. We have our other skink cohorts, and I neglected the salamanders. They do get a little bit wrecked, but we do manage to pull them out before they manage to rout. And then here is the battle. Ikit Claw using his jetpack in to get up in Tarsik's face, but he's a Croxigal, he doesn't give a shit about that. Knocks Ikit Claw to the floor. Meanwhile, all around, Skaven and Lizards fight one another while the two lords face off in the middle. And Tarsik not giving Ikit Claw a chance to even stand up here. He's just punishing him shot after shot, and he is... Ikit Claw is taking a pounding. He doesn't stand a chance against the melee specialist that is Tarsik. Our Pterodon riders up here. Pterodon's had a really, really good fight, and they are proving to be rather useful. So much so I think we might even recruit another unit. With the main line now, the main line just swarms Ikit Claw to get him and his leadership buffs off the field. And really, this was a big mistake for me. I should not have pulled the salamanders into the jungle. We do send in a skink cohort to get rid of the rattling gun team, because they were causing some nasty damage. And then we do have the Giselles over here as well, who are just sniping away. We do have a Pterodon riders trying to get at them, but the trees block most of the projectile damage, so really good strategy from the Skaven there. Although they do lose a bit of their missile accuracy, because they will be hitting the trees as well. And more clan rats just coming back from routing here, meeting the Saurus main line. Ikit Claw does decide to make another reappearance as well. I think this is the Doom Flayer. Again, these guys are so annoying. They don't do too well when they're surrounded, but they have excellent charge abilities. And we can see you just have more Skaven here. The problem with this Skaven is you think you've routed a main line and then their entire line comes back. So you bring the Salamanders out now. These guys took the hell of a pounding. Which is a real shame, because if we would have had them full strength, this battle would have been a lot easier. Now Pterodons here just continue to chip away at Ikit Claw's health as the little scumbag comes back in. Obviously we want revenge on Ikit Claw after the horrendous wounds he inflicted on our garrison with his Doom Rocket last episode. See, he's already covered in blood. And heading back to meet Tarsik. Here he's going to meet him head on away from the line. Lord versus Lord. And he comes in and he just wrecks them. Surrounded by the fire, the Doom Flayer cuts through its own units. And Tarsik here, he takes a real pounding. Just surrounded by the rats, but with the Pterodons in support. Overhead, these guys come in and drop their bombs. And that just takes care of this flank. You see little Skaven bodies just flying all over the place. Ikit Claw still finds it appropriate to continue attacking. Meanwhile, the Skaven reinforcements have arrived. See just more relentless units of Skaven. We do have some storm vermin in here as well. These guys give us a real problem. So we do have some slingers here, throwing their missiles over the hill into our cohort. You can tell the ones that have been in battle. These guys are covered in blood. And we just start to reform our line here to meet the reinforcements head on. And Tarsik just continuing to punish the Doom Flayer and the other Lord. Ikit Claw comes back in for another taste of crocodile action before some Saurus units manage to reinforce. And here we get a big flank on with our skink cohort. Our Salamanders continue to just fling their projectiles into the Skaven lines. Probably could have managed this fight a lot better, but unfortunately it was just kind of a rush at the moment and trying to deal with Ikit Claw to make sure that he didn't cause us any more issues with his magic. Tarsik becomes severely outnumbered here as his Saurus reinforcements decide to rout. There's nothing he can do about it, so we try to pull him away from the mob and then give a attacks in the rear debuff to some of these Skaven over here, and see he just rinses through them. Just that animation over and over again to cut his way through, and he does some real damage in this fight. I definitely want to be buffing up his melee stats. He's going to be a useful Lord, especially when dealing against all these Skaven. You see, they're just mobbing him, not letting him through. I just tried to bring him into the back of this line to free up the Saurus, because these are our damage dealing units. Meanwhile, just to stop the missiles, I sent the Pterodons into melee, just to stop the relentless missiles coming to the side of the skink cohort here, because that probably would have routed them. Salamanders did rout, but we managed to get them back, and now this is really what wins us the fight. These guys just sit here launching their missiles into the side of the Skaven, and there isn't anything they can do about it. These guys are just getting absolutely pounded. Really liking the Salamanders. So we have some more skink cohort coming over the hill. What's that coming over the hill? It's skink cohort. They're on the way as this Skaven blob finally routs, and the Pterodons continue to firebomb. And that's going to allow us to push our skink cohort around and into the back of this enormous Skaven here. This is where we needed Lord Croak. If we'd have had Lord Croak here, it would have been a different story. What the Salamanders will have to do, these Saurus that fled from reinforcing Tarsik decide to come back and help out their brethren. And then really just the combination of attacks in the rear these salamander projectiles, it really just helps whittle them down. Tarsik did rout, and he is coming back. He decided he couldn't leave his Saurus brothers to be picked apart, and he marches through the Saurus lines here, comes straight through, and then he's going to march into the back of these storm vermin here. Got some nice kills as the salamanders run out of ammunition. Now these guys are going to come into melee mode into the side of the storm vermin. Just get some nice charges in there. And this is what I was talking about, the combination of sides of attacks from the side. Missiles causes the Skaven to rout. And then it is a mass rout on all fronts as that skink cohort is freed up to come in and take away the rest of the Skaven, and that is the end of the battle. Some big losses, but we managed it. An incredibly bloody battle, but Tarsik just comes through. We very nearly routed, but all in all, those Pterodon riders and the salamanders really helped to pull us through that. Those storm vermin did really well against us. They held for a while, and Ikit Claw takes his first loss. Tarsik absolutely wrecking him in one of those melee attacks. But yeah, what a crazy battle. Wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going to lose. But yeah, we came through a lot. And it's definitely time to get that unit replenishment. And that's going to cause Ikit Claw to just disappear into the jungle now. And his little rat mate to piss off as well. And Clan Sky are sending another army in here as well. Hopefully Ikit Claw doesn't move too far. I want to wipe him away this turn. And then get rid of his little proxy armies that are dotted about the landscape. So Quetzal has been sacked. Tarsik now has a plus 6% charge bonus. We are still being raided in the northern spine of Sotek. And the sequence of skirmishing has been completed, which now gives us missile damage plus 10% for skink and chameleon skinks, which will be very useful for Tarsik's army in particular. And now is definitely the time to move against Ikit Claw. And that's a simple win. We're going to give the charge bonus to Tarsik. And I feel like we should fight this just because it is Ikit Claw's kind of last stand. I think we will. No. No, we'll just auto-resolve this. And there he goes. That is the end of Ikit Claw. For now, anyway. I'll go for extra replenishment. It does 10 armor piercing damage now due to that banner. And leadership when fighting against Skaven. And he now needs to nestle up in Itza. And to avoid that happening in the future, when the city is built, we will construct a stronger garrison here. In the event that this garrison, that this rebellion does spill over, I do want Quetax to be able to defend itself. So we're going to go ahead and build that. Tarsik has a level as well. Again, we're going to go for... let's go for that Untainted 2 again. We'll increase the public order. We do have Vampiric Corruption rising, which is slightly annoying. And I could get him some further Blessed Pterodon riders, because these guys have been doing really well for us. Leaves us a little bit short on money, but we should be okay. Need to see if we can grab Gor Rok some action. I'm going to bring him in now. I'm guessing there's going to be Skaven in Axolotl. We do have another research available now. Weapon strength for skink, chameleons and red crested skinks. Yeah, we're going to be using those quite a lot. Especially within Tarsik's army. And we'll end the turn there. Hopefully now we have a little more consolidation in our province. And these want to join the war against the Court of Liberius, which is not on the cards right now. We have no interest in getting into any further wars until the Skaven are dealt with. Clan Skyer have cost us enormously. And this guy is trying to catch us on the underway. That's an easy auto-resolve. We're going to go for the treasury right now. Could really do with the extra money, especially with the raiding that's happening. And we have unlocked a regiment of renown as well. The Legion of Chaka, Saurus spears. Plus 25% recruitment cost, but we do have plus 2 recruit rank. That is slightly annoying. So we do need to build Quetzal back up. Although I think I am going to go for another skink Faveas here. While Tarsik recovers. See, this army is going to be coming up to pretty full size now. They're probably going to attack next turn. And we should be able to defend that with that garrison. It shouldn't be a major issue. Gor Rok's leveled up again. Very nice. I think I want to be giving him a little more. Then again, we were going for lightning strike, weren't we? Here, let's get lightning strike. That's going to be really useful for him. He wipes out that Skaven army, and then we do have a Clan Skyer settlement here as well. I'm pretty sure they start from over here, don't they? I'm pretty sure Clan Skyer are in the Star Tower. It looks as though we are going to be having some public order problems pretty imminently in this province. We're currently going down by 5 per turn. So I think I'm going to invest in a mark of the old ones. It would be nice to have the defences there, as it is on the edge of our territory right now. Let's send him into Oxotl. This is an easy auto-resolve, but we are going to have to wait for some siege equipment. We do have the opposing factions now starting to perform their rituals. We do have another Clan Skyer army over here. Looks like they're coming in to reinforce.
The vortex is under attack, my lord. The winds of magic shriek and eddy above. Find the whereabouts of those that channel.
That's fine. Mission issued. Captured 250 battle captives of some blessed chameleon skinks. It looks as though Lothar and Nagarond started their rituals. We don't need to fight this. This is an easy win. Though I think I am going to sack the settlement for right now, just to give us a little more money, and then that will allow us to bolster the mark of the old ones, and then we'll go for the growth and casualty replenishment as well, just to try and get a few more buildings in this settlement to make it more secure. It's going to rebel in 2 turns. And I'm pretty sure if we bring Gor Rok back into the province, that is going to stabilise it while he replenishes. And then Lord Quirk has also leveled up again. And I think we'll go for the replenished troops. I can't actually remember what he's doing right now. He is giving experience, so we're going to stop that. Send him out and then send him back for replenish. And that's going to make sure that Gor Rok is constantly topped up with fresh troops. And these guys still haven't invaded. They are at full stack now. So we're going to have to wait for those guys to come in. Let's finish off another turn. Here they come. Again, all Skaven slingers. Bounce bar is pretty even. And I think we can do more damage to them than the AI can. So we're going to fight this one. So we start this battle off. My frames are dropping a little bit here, guys. I can only apologise for that. I've tried to drop the graphics a little bit. We don't usually suffer from frame rate issues on this PC, but I think maybe just the sheer number of Skaven are forcing this battle to struggle a little bit. The map was perfect for this. We have some Saurus units here guarding each of the flanks, so there's definitely going to be no rats getting past them. And then we have our cohorts lined up ready to support either side, and then we have our Pterodon riders above, and our skinks. I think are these guys chameleon skinks? No, just skink skirmishers. These guys started out in vanguard position in deployment just to get some early shots in on the Skaven lines, and I think it is just the sheer Skaven numbers that are causing us to lag a little bit here. Over on the right flank we have our Cold One riders moving through the forest. We are really struggling with frames here. I don't apologise about that. All the battles recently have been absolutely fine. The Skaven continue to move towards. Actually, you guys can treat it as slow-mo if you like. Skaven lines continuing to rush towards. Just a single line of Saurus, 2 units. The skinks just carry on getting more shots in as fast as they can. All that poison damage is really going to help. Just bring their melee attack down. They're just hesitating, getting those last few shots before a huge horde of Skaven meets the Saurus front line. Such a great sight. We do have a chain lightning coming down here now, trying to break our chieftain over here. This is the acting as the lord of the army. You see, just the hole it makes, it brings it down to just one Saurus thin on this line temporarily. And our Cold-One riders move in to deal with. Just look at the number of Skaven slingers. Cold-One riders move in, sending these guys flying. The Cold Ones do really well this battle, but they do take some damage due to routing Skaven. These guys are so cool. Just see the little Skaven bodies flying around. They do have an animation where they pick up the Skaven in their mouth and throw them around. It's so cool. See if we can catch one here. Yeah, so as the Skaven retreat from the line, we did have our Pterodons drop some bombs on them, which you can see the aftermath of here. Again, the frontline Saurus have taken a pounding. There's a few Saurus bodies along the floor, but not nearly as many Skaven bodies. And again, these fleeing spear Skaven just do enough damage to these Cold Ones for me to warrant them to pull them out. And over on the right flank here, and these Saurus is holding really easily. Spears against maces is not going to be a good fight for them. There's more coming out of the forest. It is a good job that we upgraded the garrison here. Otherwise I doubt we would have been able to hold all of these guys off. Pterodons are just flinging their missiles in. You can really tell the difference between these pterodons and the blessed unit, or the unit of renown, whichever one it is. The ones that use fire are a hell of a lot more effective. I didn't pull these guys around to flank because I knew that if we did, we'd had all these Skaven rushing back in to get involved with our skinks and javelins, who are continuing to fling missiles into the side of them. You can see all the missiles along the floor here. And just continuing to get those missiles into the backs of the Skaven. Get some nice damage in here, and the routing units come back for round 2. Again, just see the javelins flying over. This guy's got one stuck in his arm. Again, they don't last too long before roaring away again. And the rest of the battle now turns into a bit of a clean-up operation. They try to pull our Saurus cord ones. This is where they take the bulk of the damage. Getting the cord one riders out of there. And getting them back behind the lines so they can rest and recover a little bit. Over on the right hand side now we have flanked some cohort around. To just take out this Skaven. There's a little bit of reinforcements coming back into route, but it's no threat. And these guys just get mauled slowly. And then after that final rout, the rest of the battle turns into a bit of a clean-up operation. The Skaven warlord is over here as well, getting cleaned up by some skinks. He can't handle the melee attack. And then again the Pterodon riders continue to just get some nice little range kills before our army starts to chase down what remains. It turned out to be a pretty successful battle, holding the line perfectly. So neglected to move the Cauldron Riders here. They just take melee attack. Take range attack, sorry. From the Skaven Slingers that are now running away with the skinks chasing them down. Pterodon Riders in the background. Starting to pick off some little Skaven bitches as they run away. Turned out to be quite a useful unit in chasing stuff down. You see now the battle just turns into a skirmish. There's what remains of the Skaven Slingers. Tries to pick off a few more Saurus before their inevitable rout. And then the Cauldron Riders pulling through again. These guys are going to get into the flanks of the Slingers before they are reinforced by some spears, which are going to do even more damage to them, which is unfortunate. See, there's a Cord One Rider there falling. Well, that's pretty much it for this battle. We cleaned up the Skaven, and then that is the end of it. Super easy, decisive victory there against what was just a huge horde of rats. Cord One Riders getting massive amounts of kills, nearly 400 on them, and the Saurus racking up 212. And the cohorts did well as well. Chameleon skinks, or just the regular skinks I guess, weren't super useful in that fight. They were a good distracting force, and they racked up, well, I guess not even 100 kills between them. Pterodon Riders as well did great work, dropping their bombs, and then we're going to give the replenishment to the garrison, so they are at full strength again in case of another attack. Although these guys now should be pretty wrecked. So, interestingly enough, Clan Pestilence and Clan Skyer have confederated. And we have the mission complete for Blessed Chameleon Skinks. And Tarsik has gained minus 3% for all building costs, and plus 3% for all building income, which will be very useful whilst he's sat in Quetta. Okay, he's also gained another level as well. And again, I'm just going to make him I'll give him some more melee attack with Blade Master. Yeah, so these are now all Clan Pestilence. I guess after the death of Ikit Claw, the clan collapsed. What are these guys made up of? They do have some storm vermin. So there's nothing too intimidating in that clan. I think we're going to head back and smash Waxel again. Easy auto resolve. And we can wipe them away. And it's not worth sacking, so we're going to occupy now. That's more leadership than fighting Skaven, and he does have the Sword of Striking. That's another level for Gor Rok. So he now does have Lightning Strike. I don't really want to take him any further down this path. So I think we're going to go ahead. So he's already buffed his Saurus really well. So I want to start buffing him a little bit now. We're going to give him Predatory Fighter, which is going to give him charge bonus and weapon strength, which is going to make him even more deadly. Which would be great. We have 12 breaches in the wall here. I'm guessing that's because of... Is that because of Croak? Surely that couldn't have been us. I'm pretty sure Croak has an ability. Okay, so public order is going to be a major issue in this province, so I think straight away. Although we can get timber from here as well. We're going to go for growth, so we can get some more slots in here as soon as possible. And then next turn, Gor Rok is going to be fully fit. And we'll see what happens. I'll probably call it a day after this turn, I think. We haven't seen Gor Rok in battle today, but the battles that he had really weren't worth filming. But Tarsik has seen a lot of action, as well as the garrison as well over in the northern spine of Sotek. These guys are coming back for more. Yeah, goodbye. And we'll just replenish the garrison straight away. Clan Moors have started their ritual. Engine Bolt has been killed, and someone has claimed the Sword of Cain. Okay, so this place can level up now. I think that extra growth is going to allow us to get this spot, which will give us the ability to level up the city, and then put in some public order stuff into the cavern of Mlexagor, so we can hopefully hold on to this province. And it looks as though now everything seems to be okay. We can tax the province again, which is going to give us more money. That's always good. I'm going to be expecting the Clan Pestilence still have agents down here. Let's have a little look at diplomacy. We can trade with the Cult Sotek. I don't know why we are not. Yeah, and they're at war with Clan Pestilence as well.
Pestilence will come to all, whether you bargain or not.
Okay. So we are going to rebel here next turn. We may be able to move Gor Rok in temporarily. I think we are going to do that. And then with that, do we want some more units? I feel like we should have some more units in Tarsik's army at least. The Chameleon Skinks would be nice. They're not the greatest units, but they do have the poison attacks. And they can go hidden as well. So they're a good vanguard unit, and I think against this Skaven, they're going to be alright. Regiments of Renown could be a good shout. We do have the new Saurus Spears. But I think maybe we go for the cohort of Sotek. And we're going to have 2 red-crested skinks. Let's compare these guys. Yeah, so the Renown version has a lot more health. Slightly better melee attack and melee defense. And we're going to march him down. I'm pretty confident of leaving this alone now. Although we do have the vampires to our east, but relations are improving until we raid their lands. Well, maybe we can set Gor Rok into an ambush stance here, just in case anyone does try to pass through this way. We'll have one more turn and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, okay, here we go. So they are coming in for Mark of the Old Ones. 3 units of, well, 4 units of Storm Vermin will prove to be a challenge. And they have a lot of slingers, but we do have Cold One Spear Riders. What's the terrain like? Certainly interesting, but that seems like the perfect place to leave it. Next episode we will start off by fighting the battle at the Marks of the Old Ones against Clan Pestilence, who have confederated with the Clan Skyer, which now gives us one less enemy to fight, but a stronger enemy remains due to the confederation. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to drop a like on the video. It really helps me out. If you don't like this game or these types of cinematic battles, feel free to leave a dislike as well. Lets me know what you guys do and don't enjoy. There's links in the description to my Mixer and Twitter should you wish to follow me on either of those 2 platforms. But otherwise, guys, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.